Our goals are identifying a reactive dog, managing the environment, and effectively excusing a dog when necessary. There are multiple reasons that a dog may exhibit reactive behaviors in class. One of those reasons is fear. A dog may exhibit distance increasing behaviors, as in, hey, I'm scared, get away from me. Much of this reactivity is actually intended to prevent conflict. Reactivity can also be a learned behavior. For instance, a dog that barks at a passing by dog can think, that was successful, I just made the scary dog go away. Another example is a dog that barks out of excitement to see another dog, and then their handler leads them over to see this other dog, in which that barking is rewarded by the behavior that they are wanting. Dogs may also be reactive out of frustration or conflicted feelings. If a dog is sometimes allowed to meet dogs on leash and other times not, they may bark out of frustration, and being in the classroom environment may be difficult for them. Dogs that are allowed to meet on leash may also be unsure of the other dog's feelings about them. Both dogs may be excited or fearful in that situation. Dogs may behave differently on leash than off leash around other dogs. This may be because the leash can restrict movement, force head-on approach, and reduce their ability to display calming signals such as looking away, sniffing the ground, or moving away. There can also be a lack of understanding by the general public of a dog's natural greeting to another dog. When given the option, dogs will typically do a drive-by sniff and continue on versus staying stationary. Reactive dogs in class can be potentially dangerous for other students, staff, and other dogs in class. This situation can also lead our reactive dog to be flooded by stimuli in an uncontrolled environment. This reactivity in class can frustrate the handler, which sometimes lead to corrections to the dog in an effort to squash the behavior quickly. It can also lead to frustration in other students and negatively impact their ability to learn. When you observe dog reactivity in class, it's important to note it in mind body. In the alerts, write dog reactive, your initials, and the date. In the notes section, you should go into more detail about the body language that you witnessed and the actions that you took, along with your initials and date. If you must excuse a dog from class, it is important to also note not appropriate for group classes. When first witnessing dog reactivity from a dog in class, you should ask the handler if this is a primary concern of theirs. If dog reactivity is a primary concern, then we want to get them switched into rovers or private training sessions right away. Be aware that owners can be emotional when they have a reactive dog in class. They may be frustrated with the dog or with the trainer. Some owners may even be in denial and expressing that their dog is a good dog. Their dog is a good dog. It's important that we stay calm and understanding in this situation. It's really important to describe reactivity as an emotional response. Their dog may be fearful or stressed, and this does not make their dog a bad dog. If there's time, you can talk to them about stress and what that looks like in dog body language and what they can watch for. There are times that you may need to dismiss a dog from class for dog reactivity. If you have exhausted the management tools that are appropriate for that dog, handler, and situation, and you've used a barrier and it's not been effective that day, or you've needed to use a barrier for 2 days and the dog has not improved to being able to work outside of the barrier, it may be appropriate to excuse that dog from class. Other circumstances may also require dismissal from class. If there is no assistant in the class, if it's an extra rowdy class, if there's multiple reactive dogs in class, or maybe the dog is just having an off day. If a dog must be dismissed from class, it's important that we assure the handler that there are still ways that we can help the dog. We have many tools here that we can use. private training sessions, reactive rovers class, virtual obedience classes, our behavior helpline, and outside referrals if necessary.